Almost heaven. The NFL draft is only 2 days away, and you'll love to see it, man. And Kwesi Adofo-Mensah head into year 2, second draft with the Minnesota Vikings. First draft, not so much. But Kwesi is the Quest father. He is playing Moneyball out there. Love the free agency moves. Love some of the trades that he's made. And we're coming up on draft day, and yes, it is Kwesi time. But question, with the incomplete grade from the 2022 NFL draft class for the Vikings, do you trust Kwesi in the draft this year? I will put it out to you, the people. Poll. Do you trust Kwesi with this draft? 6,000 Jeromes voted. 73% say yeah. 27% say nah. Now, I'm going to go with yeah as well. And I understand why some people said nah. Because if you look through the 2022 class, I mean, yeah, 10 draft picks, and your best player from this class was the undrafted punter. Ryan Wright is a stud, man. But a number of these players, it was bad injury luck. Lewisine breaking his leg, Andrew Booth Jr. with a meniscus, although he was never fully healthy at Clemson anyways. Ed Ingram, healthy, and he played all 18 games. Brian Asamoah never got the time of day. Then he got dinged up late. Caleb Evans had the concussions. Sazy didn't get the time of day. Ty Chandler broke his thumb. So it's unfair to say that, oh, these guys are all busts and Kwesi's bad at drafting, blah, blah, blah. No, I think there was a little bit of puck luck, as well as, I mean, last year the Vikings were a very veteran-laden team, and especially the defensive guys, Ed Donatel is not going to give them the time of day versus established guys, so sort of is what it is. And yes, partly on Kwesi's plate is the massive draft day trades that he made, 2 of them in division, one that sent Jameson Williams to the Lions. How'd that work out through the first 6 games of this year? Then the Packers, of course, landing Christian Watson with 34. And then the Vikings trading up to go get Andrew Booth Jr. with the Colts. All that stuff. So Kwesi's not afraid to make moves. And yes, I mean, the selections had some bad injury luck, and also I think fans are poo-pooing Lewisine at 32. 1, because he broke his leg. 2, because he wasn't healthy in camp and he never really established himself. He didn't get the time of day over a guy like Cameron Bynum to start the season, even before he broke his leg. And also, you look at who the Vikings traded out at 12. I mean, they could have had Jameson Williams. Yes, he would have had the redshirt year. I don't know, maybe he doesn't gamble here in Minnesota. Who knows? But Jordan Davis would have been fantastic having size on the interior last year, which was a deficiency for the Vikings. Kyle Hamilton had one of the best rookie safety seasons in NFL history, and the Vikings could have had him at 12 versus Seen at 32. I fully understand that, but also, the trade did net the Vikings a number of the mid-round guys, so that still remains to be seen. But I do understand. Hell, even looking at Kenyon Green, Zion Dotson would have been studs along the offensive line. So I get it. And you could do this with every single draft. Oh, you should draft that guy. Oh, you should draft this guy. Oh, you shouldn't have done that. All the things, right? But also, let's not forget, I mean, fans are very quick to write off this class, but I mean, in general, this class was very well regarded. I mean, NFL.com, with their post-draft grades last year, gave the Vikings A-. And, of course, who knew that half the class wasn't going to get the time of day and the other half would be injured? But that's what happens right now, man. And for draft picks, the Kwesi rolls into this draft with the 23rd overall pick, no second rounder, and only 5 picks total. So it's not a ton to work with. And yes, trading down could make sense to acquire more picks, but the rumblings are there. Are the Vikings going to move up into the stratosphere and go get their quarterback? Do they take Hendon Hooker at 23? Do they do this, that, or the other thing? So this is a big-time decision. And beyond the whole, we don't like his draft class last year. Kwesi and the Vikings, they seem primed to take a big-time swing on a quarterback. And this is franchise-altering. No, it won't set the franchise back 5-7 years like it did before the rookie wage scale, but this is turning the page from Kirk Cousins, who, love him or hate him, is one of the more successful quarterbacks in Vikings franchise history. You can make a very good case. And now Kwesi is probably going to load up on draft capital, go after his guy for him and Kevin O'Connell, and that's a big-time decision. Because if they're wrong, it could cost some jobs. It really could. That's what happens in the NFL, man. But do you have to trust Kwesi? Because mainly, what other choice do we have? Like, the Vikings aren't getting another GM. No one else is going to be finalizing those picks coming up in a couple of days. So, we just got to roll with them, man. Just got to roll with them. But I do understand why some people are like, nah. But I'm with the 73% yeahs. Like, trust Kwesi. I'll sort of give him a mulligan on last year's class. Plus, I mean, let's be honest. I mean, 2-3 years down the road, or hell, this year or next year, There's going to be multiple starters from this class. Sean will start. Booth could potentially start. Same thing with Evans. Asamoah's going to start. Ingram hopefully improves. Asese is going to be in the rotation. Vidarian Lowe could be a high-end backup. Ty Chandler could be in the running back mix. Jalen Naylor could be in the wide receiver 3-4 conversation. Nick Muse could get in the tight end room and play some special teams. Ryan Wright is already one of the best punters in the league. So I ain't giving up on the 2022 class. So got to trust them. I do have to trust them. But your thoughts are thoughts. Do you trust Kwesi Adofo-Mensah, Vikings general manager, with this year's draft class? Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo, as well as check out our store, purpleftw.net. Details in the description. But until next time, Skol, production value.